Hey everyone, new video, and we're going to be looking at a bit of a rust that I found on a car, and we'll look at how to clean it up, possibly how to fix it. Might be holes behind it, and we'll have to respray that area of the car as well. I'll take you through that. Let's go. Here's the troubled area. I've already pulled this off, and you can see there's a nice big hole we're going to have to fix. I'll take you through. We're going to need to remove this to find out what is behind there and make our decisions from there. Now that we have that out, we can have a look at the real extent of the damage, and it's looking terrible. Okay, we'll clean up as much of that as we can. We're going to probably need to treat it with a rust converter, and the hole here we will try and fix maybe with some fiberglass, and we can then respray it and hope it doesn't rust again for a very long time. So to clean up the rust, we're going to use initially a wire brush, but I have a feeling we're going to need probably an angle grinder and definitely some sanding happening here. Let's get the loose rust off and see what's left. So we're gradually getting this further down to a shiny metal. You can see it's really terrible, holes all over the place. Not looking good. We're going to have to patch some of those up with fiberglass. That's going to need an angle grinder to smooth it out. The problem with rust is you never know how deep it is until you start cleaning it up. The next thing we need to do on the rust is paint on a rust converter. Welcome back. It's been 48 hours and I've given that paint time to dry. You can clearly see it's turned nice and black. We're now going to try and fix that hole over there. I've got some fiberglass. What I've done is I've put sellotape behind where I'm going to work just so that it supports this part over here. I'm going to put a patch over there, and then we will have a look and see once it's dry. We'll put a patch on the other side and then have a look how it looks. It'll allow us to put a strip across there as well. Right, once we're ready, give our resin a bit of a mix. I'll put some resin onto the metal. We're going to put our fiberglass mat on top of that. And work the resin into the mat. Get that resin pushed into that mat. I'm going to put another piece over here. Once that's dry, we'll have a look and see what we're going to do about shaping it, and we might put another piece along that way and get it to fold over if I can get it to fold over. 24 hours later, and we have a nice solid base to now start working on. Let's start sanding. That's it. I think we've got the sanding done. At least got the shape this side. Hopefully we've got an edge over there. We'll now use filler and see if we can get that whole area relatively smooth and operational again. Once we've put the filler on and the filler's dried, we can take a coarse sandpaper and start sanding it down. Our next round of filler, I'll use a spatula to put it on this time, try to get a smoother finish. We'll try while we're doing this to get our shape now. I'd like this to be our final coat, but it doesn't have to be. What I'll do is I'll get down to sanding that back as soon as it's dry. It only takes about 20 minutes to dry. Here I've tried to actually shape it more towards the body now. We'll try and use a nice straight edge when I'm sanding it, and if it all comes out looks good, that'll be our last. But there is a very strong possibility that we're still going to use a little bit more just to fill up whatever holes are left or any little patches that need to be touched up. that side done. Let's have a look and see what we can do about this. Once we believe we've got enough of it masked up, I'm going to be using an etch primer. An etch primer reacts with the metal and gives you a better grip on bare metal. We can come back and do a second coat once we're ready. I'm just going to go on the inside. It doesn't take very long to dry. Once it's dry, I'll put a second coat on. Once everything's nice and dry, we can take the green color and respray that the same as what we've just done. You can see that our big hole that was here is gone and almost invisible. I haven't done a perfect job because so we've finished doing all the spray painting. You can see that it's all looking quite new now. Once we've done the first coat, we can do a second coat. I'm using this. It's color matched. You can see the bottom. Take the lid off and spray. That's it. We'll give that a few hours to dry and then I'll put a 2K clear coat over the top. Once you've given the paint enough time to dry, the final part in the process is to buff it up with a bit of polish. I've already done the coarser polish, which is known as a ultimate compound. That's given us a bit of a shine, and I'm now going to use a finer one just to bring out that little bit more gloss. We can see the colors seem to be matching pretty well with what we're seeing on the bumper below here. I think that's come up pretty well. Let's have a look. Final part of the process, putting it all back together. So we started off in this groove here. We had a nice big rust mark. So that mark over there is a join between this body and that body, and the rust was running all the way along underneath that mirror, and we had a lot of rust here. So this is the part that's missing. We've rebuilt that so that this rubber can fit back on again. We've resprayed this part here, and resprayed behind the light, and resprayed in that groove. No signs of rust. Hey, if you've enjoyed watching these videos, how about giving us a thumbs up on the video? And if you want to see more videos like this, how about subscribing to my channel? Would be much appreciated. Hope you have a good day. Thanks, bye.